Week 1, Day 2, LCS, Echo Fox versus Golden Guardians. So, interesting draft. No one touches Lucian 1, 2, 3, which is interesting. They go for Urgot, and then Golden Guardians picks Galio Rakan, standard combo. The Urgot's pretty good into the Galio, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it go mid lane. Echo Fox pick up the Karthus for Rush again, and they pick Xayah. So Xayah separates the Xayah Rakan combo. Golden Guardians return with their 3 pick and take Ezreal. So pretty standard. They ban Morgana too, and you expect with Xayah to go and engage support. So like Thresh, Alistar, Leona. So the Ezreal's good against those type of champions. Cyan Xin Zhao ban. They go for the Lee Sin. So they're last picking top. They have a lot of flexibility, so they're probably going to go for a mage again. Yesterday they went for Vladimir for Hanser. Oh, so they picked Lucian 4-5 to go against Galio. Okay. I like it. And last pick Vlad. Or not Vlad, Rise. Okay. I like both comps. Oh, I muted my mic. So the Lucian is definitely a pressure champion, and by pressure champion I mean when you're playing in mid lane, you don't necessarily win the 2v2 fights, but you want vision around your champion. You want to abuse the fact that you get first push mid lane. So Lucian's going to be the first one to move against the Galio all of early game. So Karthus should be pretty comfortable getting some crabs, power farming, maybe getting a jungle advantage this game. If he can invade it all, that would be insane. At GGS, they really want this Rise to get strong. It packs a lot of the damage on their team. A fed Rise this game is going to be pretty hard to deal with from Fox's side. Rise is usually pretty good against the low range ADs. So Lucian. The Xayah is going to be fine this game for sure. So nothing happened yet. Karthus is power farming. Just a reminder, Karthus likes to power farm all his camps. He has a lot of free time after he finishes farming his camps. So as you can see, like he finished all of his camps and he still has a minute and a half until his camps respawn. So now he has a lot of free time to back, ward for his team, get some crabs. So he gets this crab, they move in with... Oh, this is really good. So Lee Sin has only been topside this game. He did 3 camps topside, top crab. Karthus now gets bot crab, enemy blue, enemy gromp. Look at the jungle lead. 36-18. Now if Karthus can get to his top camps when they respawn in like 15 seconds, it's going to be insane. The unfortunate thing is that he didn't actually have time to ward for his lanes. Usually a Karthus does have some time to ward for his lanes, but because he went for this invade bot side, he wasn't able to ward at all. But that death would happen anyway. They have to know that Lee Sin doesn't have a job. He's been looking for a gank. He only had 4 camps to clear. And they get an early ocean. This is insane. He has no mana. So Golden Guardians does have the first blood, but look at Karthus's CS. Like he's growing so well this game. He's level 6 already. Any skirmish on the side, say Leona engages bot lane, they should be able to get a kill with the Karthus ulti coming down. Oof. So yeah, this is what you have to be afraid of when you're playing the Lucian. Obviously, you're going to win your lane. The hard part is not dying to those ganks. You need to play around your vision. You're perma pushing. As long as you can keep Galio under turret, you're doing your job. That was really nice. Snare into flash Q. So Fox get the return kill. The Xayah's growing well. That's really important for them. Xayah needs to get strong to deal with this Rise. Also, Xayah, once he gets like QSS, it's going to be pretty hard to deal with as well. Like, yeah, you can Rakan Galio ulti onto the Xayah, but he can QSS Featherstorm out of it, and then obviously the champion is safe. And Golden Guardian's comp is all about getting the initial burst and then peeling back together. Or if you get a kill, then you can move forward. So if Xayah can survive that, the damage output he's putting out will be much higher than the Ezreal. So hard engage bot lane. Karthus ulti comes down. Not too much. Another Ocean is coming. Slow game definitely favors Fox, but Golden Guardian still have some windows to make something happen. Another 2v2 kill for the bot lane. So they're not going to turn this into a dragon. They give over the dragon. There's not too much oppressive vision control this game. Whoa, what was this? So Haunter is fighting like an animal because Lucian's mid. Galio's coming up top. Lee Sin's coming too. He knows at worst case scenario, it's still a 3v2 for Haunter. So Solo and Rush are really, this is kind of a rookie mistake. All you have to do is track numbers here, and as long as everyone is communicating what they need to communicate, you know there are 3 people top. And then Phoenix dies too. So Golden Guardians kind of got back in this game for sure. They're only down 500 now. The Rise is getting strong. Lee Sin getting strong. Galio's getting strong. And they get this Rift Herald. So that's a really bad mistake for Fox. Luckily, Apollo Hako are doing very well. Got the bot turret. 2v2. They've gotten like no jungle attention besides Karthus pressing R. Karthus has no assist this whole game yet. So Golden Guardians really just sacked a lot of their pressure here. So look at the map. Ezreal pushed bottom. He's running mid. The fact that they have no one bottom here means that if Fox don't mess up, and they mess up? Yeah, so they don't get engaged on. They clear this wave. Oh, they're trying to spawn Rift Herald. Okay, well, the Rift Herald gets stopped. So now they have to catch bottom. They're sending the Ezreal instead of the Galio. That's interesting. And yeah, look at the control. Now they lose control of the whole dragon area. So even though they had numbers mid for like 30 seconds to a minute, they don't have control because they didn't push out the bot lane. But also if they spawn the Rift Herald, it would be a different story. Interesting engage. So no Rakan ulti is huge. Inferno's coming up. That's definitely for Fox. Burn TP, so that's also pretty good for Golden Guardians. Now you just have to get back to mid lane. That was pretty close. I do want to see more just priority on vision from both these teams. Both teams have these lanes they can be playing off of. And it feels kind of sloppy because they're both kind of using their windows to look for fights instead of looking for vision. If you watch like TL play, they don't use their windows to look for fights. Like obviously if the team messes up, then you'll fight them, you have numbers advantage. But the windows that you get, you should be using for vision because you'll get the vision, you can rinse and repeat. Now you have control. And that's consistent. Whereas if you look to fight, you can only fight if the enemy team messes up. Like they should know that you have numbers advantage and that they're pushing out a side lane. So now Golden Guardians is pushing bottom, Lee Sin's top, Galio's top, he's being pressured by the Lucian. Fox is getting first push mid, so that's really good for the Xayah. Getting rid of this mid control. So this game's going to be pretty hard for Golden Guardians. The Rise is face checking Urgot. But yeah, the Rise is their win condition right now. Like he's the only one that can push out a side lane, have priority, use his window to help Golden Guardians get control anywhere on the top side of the map. So yeah, is that another fire? Fox is able to clear this mid wave so far up. It makes it really tough for Golden Guardians to walk in at all. Oof, he missed his R. Phoenix once again. Really quick with the cleanse. I do like the way Fox is playing around vision now. They got control of the dragon area. The whole setup was nice. They pushed out mid wave as far as possible. So right here, this one. They stepped up, pushed out the wave. Bot lane's pushing too. Dragon's in 25, so Urgot has time to walk over, meet up with his team while they clear this wave again, and GGS have to come through this area. So even if Rakan doesn't mess up there, they do have numbers. Rise is in here, Urgot's here. It's a favorable circumstance, no matter what. Save mid turret again. Didn't Galio charge taunt for so long? If he just flashed taunts right away. Get the kill on Galio. Can they do Baron? It's kind of tough. They use a lot of ultis, Featherstorm, Leona R, Lucian R. Oh, is that slow-mo? Look at the Galio. What? Just do it instantly. That was a good look. Okay, so playing through mid wave again. What did I just watch? Lucian's not here. Karthus isn't here. So they're opting into a 5v3. So they do have numbers advantage, but it's Leona. Leona Karthus. Wow, that was insane. Really Really well timed by Hakuo, but I can't believe that happened. So let's see if Fox can get a clean Baron setup. Rush is in between. This is good. They're getting bottom mid. Not paying attention to top, so it's 2 lanes. After bot turret, they look mid. They're getting chunked. So there's a lot of their damage. You can see the Rise shredding through the front line. They get the Karthus too. Lose the inhib. But yeah, you can see how Golden Guardians want to fight. They can go on anyone with their combo. As long as Rise is freely doing damage. They do have a lot of damage. And the way that Golden Guardians fought was nice too. You go in, do your burst, assess the fight. If you can go ham and win the fight, that's good. But most likely, you'll have to peel back afterwards. Make sure that the double AD carry comp of Lucian Zaya aren't just freely hitting as you back up with your Ezreal range, waiting for your cooldowns. I like this positioning. Once again, both teams really going for mid prio. There are 2 objectives coming up that are huge, Infernal and Baron. You obviously want both. So that was a pretty good look. But it looks like they're not really strong enough. Like Karthus died instantly. They traded Lee Sin GA for that. You should take that trade every day. But yeah, they're just not strong enough. The double ADC comp is definitely scaling pretty well at this point with double Infernal, Karthus. Definitely only got hit with Karthus R that fight. He's a half. And they try for one last engage. Honestly, really impressed with Fox's bot lane this game. They had control against the Ezreal the whole game. Had solo kills, went mid, had prio, had really nice Leona engages, avoided the Rakan engages really well. They definitely carried this for their team. Rush had really good pathing, but there were a lot of mistakes early game from Phoenix, Rush, and Solo that put their team in a spot where if their bot lane wasn't carrying, the game would be pretty hard. As for Golden Guardians, I'm not sure. The Lucian pick definitely made it hard just because the Galio was so stuck under turret. But they did kill the Lucian. They killed the Urgot. They killed the Karthus. Lee Sin did lose a lot of his jungle to the Karthus, but they didn't have bot prio. So even if there's a fight, it's still not too easy with a Leona in your jungle. It did kind of seem like it was Haunter's pressure mid-game versus the world. And maybe it's one of those things where they need to visualize how they're going to team fight and not just we're going to Rakan R and go in. It's how are we going to set up our positioning. I praised Afromu earlier for just always being in a flank. Even Damonte, I think on Galio yesterday was in a flank position at Baron. And you need to understand that you have to commit time. You have to commit time to get your position that you can engage from. So maybe that's what GGS is struggling with. But yeah. Still early in the split, so looking forward for more games from both these guys.